Michael Yanakis and thinly disguised promotional copy.
Almost complete national coverage by the end of 1995, as well as a vast selection of programming. Foxtel appears also to have the upper hand on Optus Vision when it comes to choice.
And then a tiresome and lengthy recital of all Foxtel has to offer. Rosemary Ryan had another piece on the page with a box showing how much better value her employer's deal was than the Optus competitor.
Foxtel yesterday took off the gloves in the pay TV battle, unveiling an aggressive pricing structure which undercuts main rival Optus Vision.
It was no one-off, but just one element in a blitz. Next, Jacqueline Lunn lobbed up the Dorothy Dixers to the chief executive of Rupert's show.
If you were a gambling man, how many subscribers would you bet on having this time next year?
A lot more than Optus Vision. Optus Vision times 2. No, a lot more than Optus Vision is the right answer.
And how nice of Ms. Lunn to furnish this opportunity for the obligatory News Corp brown-nosing.
I have to ask this one. You've been working very closely with Mr. Murdoch lately. What's it been like?
Without appearing to be... what's the word?
Yes, what is the word?
A sycophant?
That's the word, all right.
Yeah, a sycophant. I like that. Without appearing to be such a person.
Appearances count for a lot.
It's a pleasure to work with someone so incredibly talented and creative and dynamic and who knows how to win...
Oh, shut up. Next day, in the Sunday Telegraph, Michael Idato had been assigned to the Foxtel advertisement, article.
A kiss on the hand may be quite continental, but cable television is a girl's best friend.
For some reason, Murdoch's staff at the Sunday Territorian lopped off Idato's byline, but they know their master's voice when they hear it.
A kiss on the hand may be quite continental, but cable television is a girl's best friend.
Next day, the Telemirror was back into it, and Gail Barnsley was telling a few porkies, I fear.
Foxtel Pay TV goes to air tonight with 800,000 homes already connected to the cable network.
Now, Gail, really?
800,000 homes already connected.
How can you say that when you also quote Telstra as saying...
In Sydney alone, we have more than 230,000 homes passed by the cable.
Or is it that in News Corp speak, being passed by the sewer is the same as being connected to the sewer? And, Ms. Barnsley, if you're going to write this sort of copy...
Installing Foxtel in your home costs just $19.95. It costs just $39.95 per month.
Shouldn't you be in advertising, not journalism? And take Rosemary Ryan with you. This was her piece from the next day.
Available to consumers for a one-off installation fee of $19.95 and $39.95 a month, while the Optus Vision service costs $29.95 for installation and between $25 and $39.95 a month.
And still it kept coming from the Murdoch hacks. Mark Day thought it politic to devote his column to the event, wherein he had the cheek to put Rupert's pursuit of profits up there with...
When Caxton invented the printing press, when James Watt invented the steam engine, and when Alexander Graham Bell demonstrated his ability to send sound by wire.
Topped off by a toadying cartoon from Warren Brown, wherein the question...
So, what's pay TV like?
...was answered...
Foxtel!
Although the enthusiasm of the Murdoch hacks for reruns of Beverly Hills 90210 is a tribute to their professionalism. One of the advantages of pay TV is that you won't find Today Tonight on it. One of the disadvantages of working on Media Watch is monitoring Today Tonight. The program launched at the beginning of this year with this declaration.
We believe there is a place in the market for a serious, without being stodgy or worthy, journalistic endeavour.
Today Tonight will be marked out by its integrity and its substance and its energy.
10 months later, what's to be seen of all that serious journalistic endeavour, all that integrity, substance and energy? Stories about dishcloths, washing powder and dog food, that's what.
Now, we've taken 12 of the most common brands of powders and put them to the ultimate washing day test. The fact is, the very thing you use to clean your kitchen and dishes is most likely one of the dirtiest, swarming with harmful bacteria. And our laboratory tests prove it could be making you and your family very ill indeed. Next time you open a can of dog food for your favourite pooch, consider this. That convenient meal in a tin may be putting your dog on the fast track to a short life.
And then they got down to it. And how's this for serious journalistic endeavour? How's this for substance?
It is alarming to find very high levels of dangerous organisms in the kitchen sink.
And how's this for integrity?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
We're from Today Tonight.
Yes.
How clean is your kitchen sink?
Very clean.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Can we have a look?
Yes, you can come in and have a look.
And I imagine this is what Today Tonight calls journalistic energy.
We've bought identical sparkling white shirts, and now we're going to subject them to 4 of the toughest stains imaginable. Tomato sauce, it's a spaghetti sauce, grass stains, some red wine, and finally, chocolate milk.
Today Tonight subscribes to the gee whiz school of reportage.
You're looking at the fibres of a new unwashed white polycotton shirt, exactly the same as those we washed. The image has been magnified 400 times under an electron microscope. This is Salmonella bacteria. In extreme cases, it can kill, and it can be found in your home along with other little nasties.
They didn't put the dog food under the microscope, but razor blades they did.
And now the Schick disposable, and the result is less than impressive.
Look at that there. It's hardly got an edge on it at all.
That's right.
And that's a brand new blade.
But the budget Gillette Blue seems to be as good before as after being dragged through Michael's beard.
And when you've done all that integrity stuff, what's left? It's a hard act to follow, serious journalistic endeavour. So...
But stay tuned, and hopefully all that may change, because Monica Koss has some tips from some of the world's top lotto experts on how to pick those million-dollar numbers.
This is as good as it got.
People tend to pick numbers in patterns. It's best to try and avoid that and just randomly pick numbers.
And now you know. The last resort of the scoundrel journalist isn't patriotism, it's prejudice. Today Tonight isn't above beating up red-necked prejudice either. Integrity, it ain't.
It's a whole lot worse for our working poor. They work harder, they work longer, and they work for a lot less money than they'd get on the dole. I think it's fair to say they were once the true believers, but now they're angry with a Labor government they blame for leaving them deeper in the poverty trap.
He made that assertion with a straight face.
And they work for a lot less money than they'd get on the dole.
What's next? The Asians are taking our jobs? It's a relief to turn to the Dubbo Daily Liberal, which knows news when it sees it.
A Cobar girl is in Dubbo Base Hospital after being hit by a parked vehicle.
The Fairfax Herald's Adam Harvey, covering the annual invasion of moths, says he hasn't seen them in church, at least.
Bogongs have not been seen in mass in New South Wales for several years.
Not since they stopped lighting candles. The Herald Sun hasn't quite got the point about javelin records. Actually, the further you throw it, the better.
Mr Gathercole won gold at the Vic Health Australian Masters Games yesterday, slashing 26 centimetres from his previous javelin record.
The Border Watch is onto an appalling bit of partisanship from the man with the iron bar.
Ex-service personnel supporting Mr Wilson Tuckey's party at the next federal election could be presented with a medal.
Labor voting diggers need not apply. Still on matters military, SBS News had a little difficulty with this story.
Age has not wearied their spirit, as 2 of the handful of surviving Australian light horsemen from World War I proved today at the unveiling of a special plaque in Melbourne.
Lee Lin Chin revealed a little-known campaign fought by the veterans.
They were honouring the finest moment of the light horse when in 1917 it staged a successful cavalry charge against the Turks.
Golgotha, Turks and the light horse, and the authors of the Bible don't even mention it. Finally, Ray Martin's 6:30 show makes its bid at rewriting history.
And what that means, according to the bureaucrats at least, is that since 1954, Mrs. Carlyle has been watching TV on Crown land.
What, watching TV since 1954? 2 years of the test pattern or a blank screen? TV didn't start until 1956. Good night to you.